Jai Hind to all. My name is Aarti Chaudhary. I'm assistant professor in AKGEC, and in today's video, we will discuss about data link layer. That is the second layer of the computer networks, in which the first layer is the physical layer, second is data link layer, then there was a network layer. So in the data link layer, we get a data from the network layer and we pass the data to the physical layer. In this, we are having the what are the things we can do in the data link layer, that is error correction, flow control, like we used to do it. So these are the things what we have seen is we will take a data from the network layer and we will give it to the physical layer. At the sender side also, at the receiver side, what we will give is we will take our data from the physical layer and give it to the network layer. So in the middle, there was a data link layer, we are having it. So in every layer, we know that in computer networks, we have having a address to of it. Like for example, we are having a application of this is postal. When we post any letter to it, so that letter has to be having address, then after country's address, then there was a state address, then district address, and every address. So when we are getting a data from the application layer to the physical layer, we all are adding the address to it. All these addresses are adding, and then after at the time of physical layer, we will pass it to the wired or wireless media, and then after we will pass it to the receiver side. At the receiver side, we are removing all these headers, and we will get a data to the destination. The source or destination is of a form of the data will be going from the sender side. We are adding the headers, and at the receiver side we are removing the headers. So all that thing is when we are having a data which is from the network layer, so what are the position, what are the roles, what are the services we will use to do in the data link layer are the packetization, flow control, medium access control, addressing, error control. So all these are the features or the characteristics of the data link layer what we are used in our data link layer. So what are the packetization? In that we know that in all the packets will be formed in the form of a frame. So all the frames we are having, so frame by frame we are sending the data from the source to destination, and we are having a packetization. So every source will have a headers to it, and all the headers are same. The data is sending, the headers are also adding, IP address are also adding, MAC address is also adding. So at that layer, the physical layer, at the data link layer, we are having a MAC addressing. So we in the addressing, this is a permanent address we are having, that is address is attached to every frame, and we are in the computer network which MAC address, which permanent addressing we are using is the MAC addressing. It is not the runtime, it is by default when the computer is made, we are assigned a MAC addressing of it. So we are having a packetization in a form of the frames. Second is we have a flow control. For example, in a flow control, we are having a thing that when the data is sending from a sender to receiver, if we are not having a same speed of receiving the data from the receiver side, then it will make a data will be lost. But the data has to be lost. What we have to do is we have to make that the sender and receiver has to be in sync. And then syncing with is when we are sending a data with a speed of 10 Mbps, the receiver also are having a speed of a 10 Mbps, because we are sending a data and it is received at the same rate. If we are sending a data of 1 Mbps and they are 10 Mbps, for example, we are having 10 Mbps speed we are having. So we are sending a data at the 10 Mbps. But at the receiver side, it is, for example, we are having a net which is 1 Mbps. So it will not receive it. So it will take a flow control. That is, the data will be lost, denied. So all that thing we have to resend it. So all that things has to be balanced by the data link layer, that the data flow has to be in a synchronized manner. The data we are sending sending and the receiving has to be same. So this is the second thing which is handled by the data link layer. Next is addressing. We are having a MAC addressing here. So that MAC addressing we are having that is permanent in at the time we purchase anything, any laptop. Then if we are having a non-internet connection, but we are having a MAC address of it, that is inbuilt, and at the time of the company they will build a unique address, that is a MAC address we are having. Next, we are have a flow control. Flow control is what we are having as flow control, rather synchronization is error control. If any data we are giving to a sender to receiver, if there was any error, any hacker will have a data manipulation, corruption of the data is corrupted. So how can we find it? So what is the characteristics of it? We have a detection of it, and we are having a correction. Avoidance of also it, avoidance, how can we avoid it, how can we detect it, how can we control it. All these things has to be there in our data link layer. So data has to be error free. When we are giving a data to a receiver, that has to be error free. If any error will occur, we will able to find it. So we will see that method. So in our lecture, in this lecture, we will focus on the error part of it. Okay. Next, we are having a media access control. The data has to be accessed, Aloha and slotted Aloha. How can we data division, time division, all that thing is to be covered. So all this is a part of a characteristics of a data link layer. Then we will focus in this video about the error correction part. So these are the things we will see in this. So we will see in this way. We may most of the thing will how we will find the errors. What are the things we will think about it. That the thing is. So data is corrupted during a transmission. When we are sending a data from one sender to receiver, it will using the network also. Then that data has to be error free. So some of the application required to error correcting and this. So we are detecting also and correcting also. So some of the application when we are using a data that is audio and video transmission, when we are having that data, so that has to be tolerable. When you are having a buffering also, or any part has missed also, so you will assume that part that the audio or video will be completed according to that when there is some errors to it. But when we are having a text data, we don't accept any error to it. So we need a high level accuracy to that. So that has to be not tolerable, that any zeros or one, if you are sending this and sending this at the sender side and you are receiving 11010, so this is a change of the bit. These bits are changed, so this meaning is changed, that is not acceptable. So the high level of accuracy has to be maintained at the text data or the numbers data we are having. But at the audio or video data transmission, we don't need a error control part. But the thing is that we have to maintain that in our textful part. So introduction, some of the things are we are focusing on error correction and error detection. We are having two types of error we are having. When bits are from 1 point to 1, they are predictable to change because there was some connection error, because we are passing that data in a physical layer, that is a wireless or wired. Any user will happen, any noisy channel we are using. So some of the bits will change, definitely change because of the interference. The interference means the shape of the signals we are using. We have electromagnetic waves you are using a coaxial cables. All that things will affect the error part of it. So we will having a error, and then after we are having a thing what will be happen to it. If there was two types of error we are having. We have a single bit error where only one bit is changed into this. If we are sending this, receive this, only one bit is changing. So this is known as a single bit error to measure. When we are sending this and we are receiving this, so this is only zeros or one are changed, only single bit are changed, then we are having. If we are having a burst error when more than two bits will be changed, and then they were receiving only more than two bits. This 0 becomes 1, this 0 becomes 1, this 0 becomes 1, and this 0 becomes 1. If we are having 8-bit and we have changed 4 bits. So this is a corrupted data we are having. We have changed in 4 bits of it. So we detect or correct the error, we need a redundant bit. So when we are sending any data, we will add some data plus redundant to correct redundant bit. This is sent from the sender side. The data will be sent, not the data plus the redundant bit also. At the receiver side, they will receive a data plus redundant bit at the receiver side. So they will verify that this data is to be authentic, this data is not changed, any error will occur or not by using this redundant bit. So all these things has to be an extra bit. This is not a useful bit because it is additional bit. It is added to a data. The data has not, useful data is not carrying by the redundant bit. They is used to verify that at the time of receiver you will getting a right data or not. That is a main thing of the using the redundant data. Then we are having a structure of encoding and decoding. When we are having a message, we have a generator. We will add a message plus a redundant bit. Then this is sent by a physical layer. Layer we are having, that is a noisy channel also, and this is noiseless channel also. Okay, noiseless channel. This is received, the data is received. Then we have checkers that the data is received is not manipulated or not error, duplicated, corrupted. Then after we will discard it and we will get a message. Then we will get a correct message also, and we have get a non-corrected also. But we will get that if we are getting the non-corrected message, we will get the where the error will occur. So we will have a error. If we are correct message, then it's very good. If we are getting an incorrect message, then we will also get the where the bit is changed. So we will get a error detection also. In that portion. We will get a error detection also. So we are the 4 type of redundant checks we are having: an virtual redundancy check, longitudinal redundancy check, cyclic redundancy check, and checksum. These are the 4 things we will have in our course of computer networks. These things are used in our day-to-day life when we are sending a data from sender to receiver. First, we have a process of detecting a fault. We have a k bits, and k bits we have a generator. Then k plus n bit will be sent to our unreliable channel, and then after receiver side we will have a we will get n bit. These n bits are checked and extracted, and we will get our original message. That is our original message we are having to be it. Okay. Next we are. First is this is LRC. The one of the thing is most expensive and less common and less expensive mechanism for the error detection, because we are having a plus addition. We are used to do it. Some of all the ones in this technique are redundant bits use a parity bit. What is parity bit? We are having 2 things, that is odd parity and even parity. We are having odd and even. We are using in our computer networks. Odd parity is when the odd numbers of ones are there. Even parity is when the odd numbers or even numbers of ones are there. So we will follow here the even parity, where the parity bit appended to each data in the total of ones. Total of the ones is to be included into it. The total of the ones, if we are having a 1, 1, 0, 1, then there was how many ones we are having? 1, 2 and 3 ones. So we will add what? 1 parity bit, then the data will become this. We have to make the data has to be is to be even parity. So the parity bit is to be included into it. So then we are having a message plus parity bit. We are sending to a receiver to it. If the parity bit changes, if the error message in the error we occur, then we will guess it where the error is to be. Okay. Then for example, example of it, this is a message. We have to send it. So what we have to send is we have to follow the even parity bit. So what we have to do is 1, 2 and 3. 3 ones are there. So what we have to add is 1, one of, because we have to make it even parity. So there was 3 ones in the message. We will add one message, one parity bit to make it 4 ones. So then the message will be sent to a receiver is 11000011. This is a message to be sent at the receiver's side. Then after it will check it, it is even parity, because we are following the even parity part, and then after the receiver will see that even parity, because we are having this or this. Then we are having 4 ones. So 4 ones we are having. Okay, it is good because my message is this. Okay, so this is a even parity part. For example, if we are having a even parity and we are sending that data is this. Okay. There was a 1 bit change into it. For example, this 1 becomes, this 0 becomes this 1. So at the time of receiver, what will it think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it becomes a even parity, because anywhere in a message there was an error bit. So because the sender is sending the even parity, but at the time of receiving the message, it becomes an odd parity. But we are having a thing that this shows that we are having a additional bit to it, because we are having a 3 ones of it, because 3 ones, here 5 ones, here 1 ones, any type of even we are having, and we have added 1 to it to become an even parity. So at that time, this is 4 ones at the sender side. So but it is not possible, because when we are adding 1, making a even parity, but this is not possible. We are making an odd parity of it. So then what we have, something changed into our message. So we will able to detect any 0 become 1, any 1 becomes 0. Something has changed to a message, and then after the receiver will identify it and send it to the sender that the message has changed. You have to resend it, because I have to need a correct message, and that has to be making a message has to be corrected for. So we will identify by, how can we identify by using a parity bit, because we are using a even parity of it. Okay. The message plus parity have to send to a receiver side. Receiver will verify that it is a even parity, and by using this 1 and 0, and then after we will check it. If it is okay, then it is fine with us. If it is not, they will discard the message and will say to that no, the message is corrupted, you have to resend it. The sender will send it again. Okay. Then the second method is to be a LRC, that is longitudinal redundancy check. LRC increases the likelihood of detection the burst error, because we are having burst errors is 2 or more errors. This is the most popular one to find out the errors. Thus, a redundancy of n bit detects a burst error of n bits. This is the one pattern of the error, that is remain exist. 2 bits are in a one data domain, the checker who are not detecting an error. So how can we use it? We are having a message, which is we are making a 8841. So this 000001, this is 1. This 110000101, this is the second one. We have divided it. 11000, this is the third, and this is our rest. So we are making a message and divide it into a k of n bits. So we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are making a 8 bits, and 8 bits has to be a 4 packets of it. So we are having 4 packets, and then after we will send it one by one. So one packet contains a 8 bit, and then after we have to send this packet. How do you, at the receiver side, what we have to do is, what we have to deal with what we have to do is 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. No, we have to do is like okay, that we have to write this message 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. This message has to be there. So what we have to do is addition of it. So this is what we are having a 1. This is also mentioned. This is, so we are having an even parity. The weight is 0. This is also a 1, 2 ones, 4 ones, and the 6 1 0. At the sign of this, we are having a 0. At the sign of this is, we are having a 0. We are having, don't have to add any additional message to it because we have a row message. Same here also, 1, and what is this? So we all have to make it a 1 because we have to make it even parity. Even parity. This is also 1. We have to make it 0. This is also 1. We have to make it 1. This is also having a 0. This is also 1. We have to make it at the row time. We have to make it even parity. If we are odd ones, we have to make it 1. Additional 1 of it. If we are even ones, we have to make it 0. So this is also this. This is also a 0. This is also 1, and we are also having a 0. So we will send it 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. This has to be sent at the side of receiver. 1 0 1 0 1 0 means it. Then it was verified if it's having a same or not. If any 1 change, any 0 change, so it will affect the parity of it. Even parity will not follow. Then it will check, oh, this even parity is not changing, it is not matching. Then the error, that is a bracket tagging will be happen. The error will be located at where the error will be happen. That's why the even parity will not follow it. So this will the way at the receiver side, it will verify by using this parity, which will sending at the sender side also, because the original message is this. These are the 4 things we will send it. But at the time of sending it, we were having of this. So the message plus parity, we will send it at the receiver side. Then according to this parity, we will see that it is even parity or not. It is verified, and we will say that this is an error will happen at this place according to that. The even parity, then after error correction detection also there. The error detection will happen according to by using this parity check. So CRC, next method is CRC. This is the most powerful method when we are having it. So we are having a long vertical also, longitudinal also. This is based on this addition. We are having 1 1, so that is 0. So we are based on the addition, but this is a binary method which are based on the binary addition by XOR. XOR, we are using it. So we are having at the sender side, we are having a check. At the receiver side, we are having a check. So we are having a polynomial. This is known to both, and we are sending a message to it. And then in polynomial, we will send it. When we are having a remainder, we will send a remainder attached to a message. And then after, that is called a CRC. That is CRC check will be happening. If at the receiver side, at the sender side, this is happen. At the receiver side, if the remainder is 0, then we will see that the data has to be mentioned. So we will see that with the help of example. This is the, how can we write it? X ki power 0 is 1. X ki power 2 is 1. This is x ki power 1 is absent. So we will mark it 0. And then after, this is 1. So this is my divisor and this is my. So we will have a XOR operation of it. We are having an XOR operation. What is the XOR operation? When I 0 0, this is 0. This is 0 1, this is 1. 1 0, this is 1, and XOR. Or when 1 1, this is 0. Okay. So we will see that when we have a message 1 0 0 1 0 0. Okay. And this is the divisor. So what we are having a thing that we have to divide this. So we have to add 4 zeros to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 0 according to that is and have to add at end. So what is 1? What is 1 1 0 1? This is 0. This is 0. This is 1, and this is 0. So this 0 will come here. This one also 1. So 1 1 0 1. This is also 1 0 1 0. This 0 will come here. It will come for 1. So 1 1 0 1. This is known that 0 0 0 1 is 1. 1 0 is 1, 1 0 is 1, this is 0. So this 0 will come here. This is 1 1 0 1. One time. 1 1 0 0. That is have to be, that is 1 2 digit, we have to make it 3. We have to write a 1 0 of it. So here we have 2 zeros here. So 1 1 0 1. This is also 1 0 0 0. This one will come. This is the remainder. So what is the remainder? When we have to edit, the remainder is 1 0. So at the sender side, what will is, this is our original message we are having. The original message is, what will the original message? 1 0 0 1 0 0. This is the original message. We have to send it. We are adding here 4 zeros. The 4 zeros, we have to add the what? Remainder here. So 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 has to be sent from the sender side. So this is a message, original message we are sending to it. But at the time of receiver, what we have to think is that the message is correct or not by making a similar operation at the receiver side also. So we have to generate it. Then there's a data has to be CRC also. CRC, that is a check remainder. That is, this is a remainder. And if the remainder is 0, then the data is correctly. If there is a not 0, then we have to be check it. At the receiver side, what we are getting is 1 0 0. What we are getting it? 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. This is 3 zeros and 0 0 1 0. This is a message we are getting from the receiver side. How can we check it? By using same operation by a divisor. Divisor, what is a divisor here? 1 1 1 0 0. So what we have to do is, what we have to do is same operation here also. So we have to do is 1 1 0 1. Same one. 1 1 0 1. So what is 0 0 1 0? This will come here. So this is this 1 times 1 1 1 za. That is 1 0 1 0. This will come here. 0 1 za. 1 1 0 1. So it is 1 1 1 0. This come also this side. This is 0. So that is also 1. 1 1 0 1. So this is 1 1 1 1 0 0. The 0 come here. This is not less than it, so it will make it 0, and this. Same here, 1 za. 1 1 0 1. This is all zeros. This remainder will verify that at the sender side, the data has been sent is correctly. If any modification will happen, any correction, any bit become 1 or 0, it will surely assure by using that if the remainder will be not 0 at that time. So that means that if the remainder is 0, then we as that the data is correctly received. Otherwise, the data is not correctly received. You have to resend the data by saying that the acknowledgement the data is not to be measured. This is a popular method. We are using a CRC in most of the days because we are having an XOR operation. We will sending a CRC bit also and a data bit also according to that. So this is a verification that the data is correct and the data has to be posted accordingly. Next is the last method is a checksum method. We are having a checksum method in which the data has to be gathered. So like for example, if we are having a data and we have to, what is to be 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 and 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. All these 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1. There was single one also. So we are having a same also, that is 1 3 1s and 0 1. So we are having a thing, we have to divide the n bit into a k section. We have to add them. We have to making that add, if any bit has to be there, so you have to add it and then complement it. Once complemented, 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0, and this sum is to be complemented and become a checksum. This checksum is sent to a data side. Then the checksum is sent to a data side. What the checksum will be? The data is divided into checksum. Then we have to add it, make the complement of it. That the sum which is getting from the sender side, we will add it. If the burst is 0, then we will say the data is acceptable. If the burst is 1, we will reject it and discard it and send it to a receiver to make it that thing has to be 1. So what we are having, we have to add it. The 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 and 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1. So we will add it. So we will add it 1 1 0 with 1 carry 1. All this 1 0 0 with carry 1 0 with carry 1 with 1 with carry 1 with 1 1. This is a sum we are getting. If we are having other carries also, we will discard it because we will ignore it because we have 8-bit data. So we will make it 8-bit transition to it. This sum is then complemented, is sent to us receiver side. The receiver will again add it, and then after, if the burst is 0, then we say that the error, there is no error. If the burst is not 0, we have to locate the where the error is to be changed. So this is an end to our slides, that the data link layer, we are having an error control part. We are having 4 error things, that is VRC, CRC, LRC and checksum. These are the methods to use where the data has to be getting error corrupted, and then after we will verify it and we will detect and correct it. All this will covered in this video.